What are you afraid of? Really? Seriously, what are you afraid of? Fear is the number one thing that holds people back in the business acquisition journey. And so you're not alone in that. But remember a few things. One, you're hardwired to have fear be a mechanism by which it saves you from a lot of things. Interestingly enough, you are only born with two fears. We've learned all the other fears. Those two fears are fear of loud noises and then fear of falling. So let's unpack fear a little bit. I wrote down a couple of things I wanted to point out on this, so I'm going to look at a note on occasion. But remember, you're not alone when it comes to fear. So, fear certainly is something that you can manage if you think about it. A lot of that is replacing a negative thought, negative emotion with a positive one. But let's look at some of the most common ones. Fear of rejection. Oh, they're going to laugh at me. They're not going to like what I have to say. Most of the time, people take that personally. These people that you're contacting don't know you well enough to have it been taken personally. Maybe they are just rejecting your offer. But remember what I've said 1,000 times, put on my tombstone, not using it yet, never ask, never get. So you move on to the next one. Fear of not knowing enough. Most of the time, you're going to be exceptionally unskilled in the area you're doing a roll-up. That is the reason you have people around you that have been there and done that. And most of the time, also, you will know enough. If you don't, that's a great question. It's not an area of expertise I have. That's the reason I put this board together. So let me get that answer and get back to you. And then fear of failure. What if it doesn't work? Well, what if it does work? 95% of the stuff you worry about is never going to happen. It's wasted effort. So the more you can keep your mind on what you want and off what you don't want, the better off you'll be. And then lastly, maybe a 3-step process by which you can address fear. 1, name it. What exactly are you afraid of? Write it down. Challenge it. What's the real likelihood that that's going to happen? Most of the time, it's not very high. And then act small. Take one step, one action. Momentum oftentimes kills fear. So replace the fear with an action. You can't focus on both at the same time. And then lastly, think about it again. What are you afraid of? Write it down, face it, take action. Winners feel fear and move anyway. The rest just watch from the sidelines, so don't be on the sidelines. I saw a quote the other day which was kind of interesting. Fear knocked at the door, faith opened the door, and no one was there. Again, we are all afraid of some things. People think that successful people don't have fear. They do. They just move in towards the action they want to take despite the fear. And they realize after a while that those fears tend to disappear. Think about public speaking. In the beginning, you're terrified of doing that. I had someone yesterday on the VIP mastermind training that said when he first gave his first speech, he was at a lectern and he looked down and his knees and his legs were shaking. And so he said, boy, I'm glad that my voice isn't shaking, and I'm glad they can't see me behind this lectern. After a while, it didn't bother him at all, but in the beginning it does. We fall down when we're trying to learn how to walk. Everyone does that. So just understand, you will make mistakes. You will have failures. Think of them as temporary defeats. They're not failures that last forever, unless you quit, and then they are in fact. So I hope that helps. Fear is something we all address. Don't think you are unique in that, but it's the number one thing that holds people back. If you like these videos, if they're helpful, like and subscribe. Right now, as I record this, we're in the middle of a sale, 50% off sale, which is a coupon code of flash sale. So go over to brucewhipple.com. You'll see those courses and you can see which ones are have that sale applying to them. So I hope that helps you. It's a good time to buy a course if you're looking for it. Certainly, these are ones that will help you, and the steps are pretty clear. So follow them. Remember, everyone feels fear. Remember, you move instead of that fear or over that fear and take action. If you do that, the results will be much, much better. So hope that helps. Hope to see you. This VIP training we're doing for the group is one of the best that we've done. So I'd encourage you, if you're interested in the VIP Mastermind, go take a look at what we do. It's the best course that I run and best mentoring I run, also the most expensive. But take a look at that.